jeans were my favorite pair of jeans back then.
Oh.
They don't fit me anymore.
You really could give it one leg, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Probably, maybe, yeah.
Almost, I was like, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, for me, you know, everyone always asks what the secret is. There is no secret whatsoever. People ask me if Weight Watchers works, and the answer is yes, it absolutely does, as long as you work the program. I myself, and I know others who have thought maybe if we, you know, pay our fee and come sit in these green chairs, that it's gonna magically work, and unfortunately that won't do it. But what I can share that has really helped me are some realizations that I've had over the years. For me, this has been a lifelong struggle. It started when I was, well, at least the weight loss journey started when I was about 8 years old. I went to Weight Watchers camp in Pennsylvania, and that was the beginning.
Speak up a little bit, honey.
Oh, speak up.
Well, this thing is.
Oh, I know.
Monitor just turned on, yeah.
That's what it is.
I will enunciate and speak more
Sorry.
No worries at all. Thank you for letting me know. So yes, it was really difficult being, I was, all the other kids there at the camp were about 12. I was 8 and got shipped off to Pennsylvania for fat camp. So, you know, that was a little traumatic, but that was the beginning of a lifelong journey. And it's actually, when people ask me, that's one of the first questions is, how long did it take to lose over 300 pounds? And the answer is, you know, pretty drawn out, but the short answer I would say is, like I said, it has been a lifelong journey and will continue to be so. Even though I do, of course, hope that I will, you know, be able to maintain my goal weight for the rest of my life. There will be some ups and downs, and it doesn't go away. It's not a quick fix. It's something that you always have to continue to work on. And the biggest part for me is the all or nothing thinking. I have found that when I step back and realize that that is what is taking hold of me and what the root of the problem is in that moment, then I can correct that. And a big thing for me, it used to be when I was younger, I would think, you know, oh, I just, you know, I'd be following the plan and I would eat something that maybe I shouldn't have, you know, and I'd say, well, I blew it, and so I'd throw my hands up in the air, and oh, you know, it's like, I heard a great saying, it was something along the lines of, if you drop an egg on the floor, are you just gonna dump the rest of the carton of eggs on the floor? I don't think so. And that's essentially what I was doing all of those years. I'd say, well, I guess I just gotta eat everything now because I blew it already. And so what I've come to realize is that every decision matters and makes a difference. Every bite matters. And over the years, I've heard a lot about, they call it the BLTs, the bites, licks, and tastes. And you don't think much of it, but they add up because it really does. It is, I have found for myself that the biggest thing for me is I have to find a way to exist in that gray area because that is so foreign to me. I'm very all or nothing. I either give it my everything or nothing at all. And you know, that can be a good thing for some things, and for a lot of things it's not. So just, you know, the numbers, another thing I like to share with people is that the numbers on the scale, they can play with our heads so much, but with this being a lifelong journey, it does not matter what those numbers on the scale say. Like, what matters is how we feel. And you know, if we know that we are doing the best to take care of ourselves, then like, I just do my best to, I've actually put my scale away. Of course, you know, I didn't hide it from myself, but I don't just leave it sitting out because it's too tempting to go and step on it. And I know that for some people, weighing every day is perfectly fine and good for them. I know that for me, it's not. And that's another thing too, is we all have to find out what works for us. Like, my sleep schedule a lot of times is very odd. And so instead of going from, midnight to midnight for a day with my eating, I just go with my waking day. So it does not matter what time I wake up and what time I go to sleep. That's my day where I follow my points for that and stuff. So like I said, all of us have to find out what works for us, and because this is not a diet, we can't think of it that way. It's not a quick fix. This is a lifestyle program, and that's why for me and for so many other people, this program works. It really works, and it helped me get my life back. They tell you to always make sure to remember your why, and I had a lot of whys. One of which was when I was in my early 20s. I was close to 500 pounds, and I was looking into seeing if I might be able to get an electric wheelchair so that I could get the 4 blocks to the bus stop. And I realized that is not what I wanted for my life. I was too young for that, and that there was something, I knew that there was something that I could do to change it. And so I came back here and I sat in these chairs again, and for the 10 millionth time. And that's another big thing too, is I have had times where I have fallen off the wagon. I've had regains, I've had big regains, and when I was in my 20s, I lost a little over 200 pounds, and then I gained back over 250. And so for years, I just thought, man, that was such a nice little glimpse of what it could have been like, and I'm so sad that that's not what my life is gonna be like. But then eventually I realized I did it before, I'll do it again. And that also helped me realize how this really truly is a lifelong journey, and it's not something where, the first time I lost all that weight, like I said, when I was young, in my 20s, I thought, well, I did it, and that's over with, thank goodness, that's not how it works at all. Wow, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I'm really feeling it. I don't think I would change it. As much of a struggle as it has been, I was so heavy my entire life. I don't think I would change it, because that would change who I am. And I don't, I mean, sometimes I feel like I would want that, but I know ultimately that I don't. And I know that I've always been a beautiful and capable and smart person. The first time I lost a lot of weight, it was difficult for me to start receiving positive attention, because I started feeling like, why didn't people just treat me like this all the time? I'm the same person I've always been. Thankfully, now that I've gotten older, I am able to just embrace it and accept it, and I'm just like, well, that may be, but okay, go ahead and call me pretty if you want to. But it has been, having been so big my entire life, it's really been interesting learning how to live life and navigate this world in a much different body. One time I was at a gas station, and I saw a TV screen with all of us that were there waiting in line up on the screen from the security camera, and I was momentarily confused, wondering, I saw everyone else that was there with me in line up there on the TV screen, but where was I? I didn't see myself. And then I realized that just that normal looking woman standing there was me, and that was like, and so yeah, it's been absolutely life-changing. And Kim has told a lot of you about how I love to ride roller coasters. It's one of my big things, and I go out and sing karaoke, things that when I was younger would have terrified me. I am trying to go out now and just really, live my life and grab life by the horns, and I've been trying to face some fears. When I was a kid, I was really scared. I was terrified of roller coasters and things like that. And now it's like one of my favorite things on earth. I like to go as often as I can and just ride them all day long.